To make the Santa hat, you are going to need a white medium worsted weight yarn, and the color I am using is called white, and this is from Lion Brand's Vanna's Choice. I am also using this beautiful red color, and this is also by Lion Brand's Vanna's Choice, a number 4 medium worsted weight yarn, and I believe this one is called Scarlet if I'm not mistaken. But this is a beautiful bright red color. You'll need any white and any red to make this beanie. For this project, you will need a H8 5mm crochet hook as well. And you will also need a pom-pom maker. If you cannot afford one, you can find other ways and methods to make a pom-pom at home without using any kind of fancy device like this. These can be rather pricey if you do not have the money or just do not want to have to spend money on a pom-pom maker. All you have to do is just go to youtube.com and find a tutorial on how to make a pom-pom without a pom-pom maker. Let's go ahead and get started with making this adorable Santa beanie. We are going to be starting off with a magic ring. Chain 1. For round 1, we are going to be putting 8 single crochets all the way around. We now have 8 single crochets all the way around, and you can slightly pull on that little tail we have there. At the end of round 1, we want to slip stitch to the first single crochet. And we now have 8 single crochets all the way around for round 1. For round 2, we are going to chain up 2. 1 and 2. After you have chained up 2, you want to put a double crochet into the same stitch. After you have put a double crochet where the chain 2 is, you want to go around and put 2 double crochets all the way around. Once you've come to the end, you should have a total of 16 double crochets all the way around, including with that chain 2. We are going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. For round 3, chain 2. 1 and 2. The chain 2 counts as a double crochet, so we want to put 2 double crochets into the next stitch, avoiding this same stitch. Going into this stitch right here, we will put 2 double crochets, which is going to be an increase. Into the next stitch, you want to put 1 double crochet. Into the stitch after that, we want to put an increase of 2 double crochets. Into the stitch after, put 1 double crochet. And again, we will repeat this all the way around, putting 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. When you've come to the end of round 3, you should have a total of 24 double crochets. You then want to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. For round 4, we are going to chain up 2, 1 and 2. We will then put one more double crochet into the next stitch. And this makes 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2. We then want to put an increase of 2 double crochets into this next stitch. Put 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then you will put an increase after those first 2 double crochets. And you will repeat this all the way around, putting 1 double crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then put an increase after of 2 double crochets. Repeat this all the way around and you should have a total of 32 double crochets around this beanie. Okay, so I've come to the end of round 4 and I have 32 double crochets, and you want to join to the top of the chain 2. For round 5 we are going to be working on the ear holes. Chain up 2, 1 and 2. We want to put 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now you have a total of 4 double crochets. We want to chain up a total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. After you've chained up 12, you want to skip 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and join to the 7th double crochet. So yarn over and join with a double crochet. And there's your little ear hole. We skipped and counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Now what we want to do is put 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and count that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and with this we'll make 8. So you should have a total of 8 here. Okay, now what we want to do is chain up 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So after you've chained up 12, you want to yarn over and skip 6 again and join to the 7th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over and go into that stitch right there. And you then have your other ear hole. Then you want to double crochet into the last 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So after you have double crocheted into these last stitches, you should have a total of 8 double crochets. This is including with this double crochet to join from the chain bridge right here. And then we are going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. Okay. And this is what the beanie is looking like so far. Okay, so in the end you should have a total of 44 double crochets all the way around. We now want to begin round 6, and we are going to chain up 2, 1 and 2. Now we are going to put 1 double crochet all the way around. This is a very easy round. Just going to put 1 double crochet all the way around. So when you come to the chain bridge area, you want to put 1 double crochet. And I like to work into the actual stitches. In my previous video, I worked over them, and that was my very first crochet tutorial and my first pattern, and it was a pretty big hit, that video, and I still get a lot of comments and a lot of feedback about that video. It's a 2-year-old video that I had done, and I wanted to make an updated one. It's the perfect timing because it's Christmas, you know. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is what the beanie looks like so far, and this is the ear hole. And then you want to work 1 double crochet immediately after the last 12th double crochet. You have a stitch there, and it might be a little hidden, so make sure you don't forget that stitch. And then put 1 double crochet into those next 8 stitches. Okay, again, and repeat what you did on this side, and put 1 double crochet all the way around. So I'm going to complete this and repeat this until I get to the end. I showed you how to work over that chain bridge, and you're just repeating that. So as soon as I get to the end, I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I've come all the way around, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, and you should have 44 double crochets all the way around. We are now moving on to round 7, and we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Then what we want to do is put a half double crochet all the way around. And that's all you're going to do, is just put a half double crochet all the way around this round, and you should have a total of 44 half double crochets. Okay, so we've come all the way around from round 7, and I'm just going to put a slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. And I am going to finish off my color because I am going to change my color to the color white. So if you're following this tutorial to a T, you want to finish off your color and attach your new color, which should be the color white. And I'm just going to drag that through, and I'm going to attach my color. So use your favorite joining method, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I have joined my yarn, and what you want to do is chain 1. Now we are on round 8, and we are going to single crochet into that same stitch as where we chained up 1, and we're going to put 1 single crochet into the next couple of stitches until we get to the center of the chain bridge. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have gotten to the middle of the chain bridge. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what I've done is I worked 10 single crochets across from the first stitch all the way into the middle of the chain bridge, which is 10 stitches. You now want to chain up a total of 41, and you can do a slip stitch, you can do single crochet, you can do half double crochet, you can do double crochet if you want to, but it's really up to you. The taller the stitch, the thicker the ear ties will be. So I'm going to use the half double crochet method because I think it works up quickly, faster, and I like the look of it. So I'm going to chain up a total of 41 double crochets. Okay, so I have chained up 41, and I am going to do a half double crochet into the second stitch from the hook. So that makes 40 half double crochets, and you're going to work whatever stitch that you want to. Like I said, you can slip stitch, you can do a single crochet, a half double crochet, or you can even do a double crochet all the way back up to where we chained up here at the top of the beanie. So after you have reached the very first chain that you have made, you're going to slip stitch into the same stitch where you had chained up. Okay, so after you have slip stitched, you're going to put a single crochet all the way around, and this includes the other side where the other ear flap is, and you're going to repeat the same thing by putting another ear flap in the middle. And what we are going to do is, now that I've come to the end, is just join to the very first single crochet and then chain 1 and then finish off. And you want to make sort of a really long tail, so then that way you could hide it in very well so your ends don't come loose. Okay, so it's time to attach our pom-pom. And what you're going to do is just place it in the middle of the top of the beanie where those single crochets are. And what I like to do is take my hook and just take my crochet hook and put it right in the middle where those single crochet stitches are. And I like to just pull it through. And then just pull on that guy and repeat the same thing on the other side. Pull that through, and then you're just going to go into the beanie, pull it as close as you can, and then tie a knot. And you want to do this as tight as you can, not to where you break the yarn off though. Don't do it that tight. And I like to tie it a couple of times and then just cut off your yarn. And then I leave it kind of a little bit long just in case you feel like it's a little too loose. You can always go back and then just cut it off, make another one, and attach a new one. Now, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please do not forget to leave a thumbs up on this video leave a comment to let me know what you think. And if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you personally to my channel and say hi. I appreciate your support so much, and do not forget to subscribe before you leave and click on the bell to receive notifications on my latest and my new tutorials. So that is it. I will see you guys very soon in my next tutorial. Bye guys.